Alright, so this is a process I should definitely get. I'm wiring the RGB flashers into each of the tubes here, and to minimize the wiring, I'm running all the power along the same line. There's a little bit of a trick to that, because this is solidly insulated all throughout, but in here, for example, I cut a little notch so that I could run that, give it a good wrap around the leg of the LED. That's what I'm going to do here as well, and I figure if I'm on camera that should help screw things up. And it's just giving it lightest pull, but I have wound up, give it a twist there, ripping up the last LED's position, but usually it's not too big an issue to be able to fix, and I haven't soldered this one in yet like I should. If not right now. There we go. When it gets to the point where I need to manipulate the LED angle further, I'll get some really small tools for that and do it as gently as possible. So what I'm doing here initially is, let's kick that off, giving a right angle bend to the LEDs and then pinching them there, getting a clamp solid around the rim, then straightening the legs back out again. Oh, I was definitely worried about that happening, but all it means is I got to do a proper splice. As long as I didn't rip up anything else, I'm not too worried about it. Coming along the front side, I'm probably going to pre-wrap a few resistors. So this leaves me two shy right now. One I can't put in until the very end. And if I only pulled out 5 here, then I'm good at counting. So this one has to get wired up. I don't know if I'll bring this around just like this. Actually, what I'm gonna do, if I can pick that up and find my razor blade, so this avoids the whole center issue completely. These wires look just long enough to reach to this one here. So what I will most likely do is when I install this RGB, I'll run it off of these legs here and just make a separate connection and be real particular. I can go negative straight to this joint here, and then I can bring, or the negative I have to come all the way around here, and the positive I can go on that joint right there. That's definitely a delicate one to keep an eye out for. So I'll even glue that in place a little more right now. Want to keep that out of trouble. So these are all from the same batch of slow flashing RGBs. As you can see, the times are just ever so slightly off. That could be a function of just the variables within the resistors themselves. The good ones are plus or minus 5% off of their stated goal, their stated resistance. Okay, so right now this is an isolated system. There is no particular positive or negative bus for all this. I'm leaving that till later, so it could basically be, there's a few good points where some connections can be made, and then whether I'll run all this to a more central place once I know where more of the LEDs are going all around the body, then I'll go from there. But other than that, that's it for this area. There's some side tubes that could be lit. They would be standard white, so they give off a slightly ghostish bluish energy, and that's really about it as far as I can think as far as this lower underside ceiling goes, apart from all the fiber optic that's about to be it's all the fiber optic that's about to be threaded through here, and so it's looking like we're getting a lot closer to getting the walls glued to the floor and moving on from there. So next up, I think we're looking at the computer wall still. See ya.